Welcome back, guys. So now we'll be looking at the list HTML list elements. Let's go back to our HTML file. Now, before we go into the list, I want to just show us something. There are times whereby you would, especially when you start writing long codes in the HTML or CSS or even JavaScript, that things get to be scattered, so to say. Right now, you can see that this lorem ipsum test, it's so long that we can't even see it totally. There are times that you will probably have, it's not aligned. Maybe instead of everything being aligned, maybe some are scattered. It happens whereby some will just be scattered. So I'm going to probably scatter them by default and just look at what happens. Obviously, it's not looking so fine. It's not looking fine at all. Let me see this one as well. Can make it like this. All right, now everything is scattered. One way to automatically reset it, there are various ways, but when you go to the settings option here, first of all, you can actually ask, there's this shortcut command or sorry, Control Shift P. If you are using a Windows laptop, if you are using an Apple laptop, it's I think Command Shift P. When I click that, it brings options for me. So I can search for whatever I want for math, but I'll prefer to go properly. So let's go manually now. You click on the settings button, it brings this, and I click on settings. There are quite a number of things that you can choose to set. You can choose to change, which are not so necessary anyway. So what we are concerned about is format. In up here, you can see there's this search bar. You just type format. Let's search for format option. Now it brings it out. You can just pick any one you want. It's automatically format. Maybe when you paste something, or it can automatically format when you save. It can format while you're typing or after typing, but preferably when you save. I'll prefer it this way. So we tick it and then we are done. So in this case, let's save. Can you see? Once I save, the thing, the whole thing format itself, everything that was scattered comes back into the place. This paragraph tag is here. Well, it still extends a little bit, but you can see that after each line, it automatically comes to the next line by itself, even though we didn't ask it. That does not mean it's going to affect what is on the page. It's not going to affect it. Even if you like, even if you like, put, even if I like, I should put three space like this. It will not affect it in any way. If I go, okay, let me save this now. Let me put more spaces and I save. And you probably expect that you find that space in our text as well. But you can see nothing changes. So even if you like put 1000 lines of space, it doesn't change anything. And then let's see, everything is just well formatted. Now you can see the paragraph is also well formatted. The bold tag, everything is just well formatted. So it's automatic now. Anytime I type, as I'm saving, it automatically formats my document. All right, so now back, the next thing we'll be looking at is the list element. List element. Now, list element is what we use to make table. You've probably seen. Let me show us an example on the site. All right, now, so I'm on Wikipedia and I search for HTML and it brought out this. Now, this is a good one of the good uses, good ways we can actually use lists. Can you see? It's used to itemize things, list them out. This is probably an header in November 24, 1995, maybe an H4, H3, and there's a text here, which is a paragraph most likely, and then you have lists of things. Let me see. Now, there are two categories of lists, which I'm going to show us, but let me see if I can see a better example. Okay, let me search for HTML lists. All right, so Wikipedia is not like the best place to search out for things though, but I will show you a better place. That's MDN. Okay, all right. I'm not getting what I want, so let me just go over to MDN and give us better examples of what list could be like before we now start I just want you to have a glimpse of what what you can use it for. All right, so I'm on MDN now. Now this is a perfect example of what a list can look like. Can you see tabulated, and we have some that are not carrying numbers. So back to our file here. There are two types of list elements. We have either the ordered list or the unordered list. How do you write the ordered list? OL is the word for it. OL, and I close. Enter. Now this is an ordered list. Inside the ordered list, you have to first declare that browser, everything I want to write here should actually be treated as a list, but as an not just a list, but as an ordered list. Inside the ordered list, you will now write, we call them the list items, list tag, li. Li, can you see? Li. So in the middle of the li tag, you can write whatever you want. I'm going to write, okay, let me just write types of food. Rice. I'm going to have another li. We have yam. And then one more. Let's say spaghetti. All right. So before this, we could just have something that looks like an header. An H2 here that says types, or my favorite dishes. My favorite. All right, my favorite dishes is the header of for this list. Now, the first one we have, it is an ordered list. We have three different lists inside this. The first one is rice, second one is yam, and the third one is spaghetti. I'll save. Let's go to our browser. We refresh job searcher. I refresh. Can you see my favorite dishes? Number one, we didn't write number one, number two, number three, but because we specified it that it is an ordered list, so it put it in a right order. There are other ways to this. I'm sure you've probably seen some pages whereby you would have A, B, C, or Roman figure. We are going to do that in the concluding video. So in the next video, I'll show you more, fun things you can do with this. And then I'll show you the second kind of list, which is the unordered list. See you in the next video.